Today we've got a completely blue sky day, not a day for big open landscapes, not a day for seascapes, not a day for mountain photography. So I've decided to continue doing some of my kind of urban photography, visiting some of the towns and villages around here and seeing what kind of photographs I can make in a different environment. Today I'm in the village of Boussotte, or the town of Boussotte. Well, at least Boussotte is the way that most of us English pronounce it. I think it should be Boussotte. Boussotte sits just below Cabeçon de l'Oro mountain. It has an old ruined castle on a hill, which you can see behind me. And like a lot of these places, it has a mix of old and new. And I'm hoping that maybe we'll get some kind of architectural stuff and maybe some arty stuff as well. We'll see. I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you do and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. The town hall and the church, and looks like they've still got the Christmas decorations up, even though it's well past the time when they probably should have been taken down. It's actually really quiet here today. I mean, it's middle of winter and it's I don't know, probably at 3:15 in the afternoon, so kind of siesta time, but yeah, surprisingly quiet. Some nice oranges growing here, and views out across some of the distant mountains. Very nice. Okay, made it up to like a high viewpoint. There's what would be called here a mirador, or a viewing area. Fantastic views out around the surrounding countryside, and there's also an information board which is useful because it's giving me names for a lot of the mountains that I photograph kind of around here that I didn't know the names of. So I'll have to keep a record of all of those. Right now I've not really seeing too much that I want to photograph, but I have just spotted out here, there's a view out through the trees, and there's a building out on the top of a kind of a mountainy type or rocky area out there. It's not an old building, it's probably quite a new one, but I'm actually thinking as a black and white shot with high contrast, it might actually work. Because I can probably darken the blue sky down quite a lot in Lightroom as part of the black and white conversion. It just might look interesting, sort of like very high contrast scene. So we'll have a go at it, I think. So we're going to do this telephoto for sure. 55-200 lens, and I'm guessing probably 200mm. There or thereabouts. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. This is the old laundry. This is where in times gone past people would have come to wash all their clothes. I mean, it's obviously been set up as like a historical thing with paintings on the wall, which are pretty nice actually. I'm not sure how it's going to work from a photographic point of view, but we'll have a little wander around and see if there's an image worth grabbing here. I think we've got to try and do something with these pictures to make it interesting. Because we've got all these bars of light and shadow going across the scene, and I don't know if that actually makes it more interesting or not. No, I don't think that's going to work. I've got an idea for something, but I don't know if it's going to work. But nothing ventured. We're going to do a quick lens change. Okay, this might be interesting. So what we've got is an arch going through the wall, and then beyond that at an angle to it is another arch, and then we've got the slanting shadows from this roof coming across, and that might look quite interesting. Got to make sure I position it just right, so all sort of angles and curves. Quite like that. We've got this chapel or ermita here, and it's quite a pretty building, so I think I might see about getting a shot of that. Yeah, there's a guy sitting right by the building at the minute. I don't think he really adds anything to it, but I might take a shot with him there just to see, and then I might try and get a clear shot, or maybe somebody walking past. I probably won't film all this because it's really difficult to film here because there's kind of nowhere to set the video camera up that's, you know, kind of out of the way and safe. Felt like I waited at that church for ages, first of all waiting for that guy to go, although I did take a picture with him sitting there, and then I took some shots of the church with nobody in the frame, and then I waited what seemed like ages for somebody to walk through the frame. I don't know if the person walking through the frame adds anything to it. I'm not a kind of a street photographer. Having people in my scenes is not my first instinct, but it might just add that something extra. You know, maybe I should have waited around there a bit longer to get, you know, a sort of a suitable character walking through, but I don't know, I could have been there for hours. So I decided not to. Going to have to do some shots of the town hall. Unfortunately, the Christmas decorations are kind of getting in the way a bit. Yeah, I think so. So inside the town, all the lights now pretty much gone, the sun's dipping down, and I just kind of wandered out sort of down onto the area near, like an area of ground near where I parked the car, just to see if there's anything. I kind of had ideas of using some of these trees here, maybe to frame something, maybe either to frame the mountain or frame the town, but I don't think that's going to work. But I've just spotted something. Yeah, okay, might have to rush for this one a little bit. Okay, completely off topic, but there's these little, I don't know, those daisies, I don't know what they are, yellow and white flowers, and if I underexpose that, which is really easy because they've got a very dark background, that might make for a nice image. Zoomed all the way in, bump the ISO up just a bit just to keep the exposure time nice and fast. Wait for the wind to drop. Get a bit further round, be careful not to fall off the edge. There's a ridge over there which is catching some really nice light from the sun as it's dipping down shortly before setting. I don't need a lot of depth of field on this one, so I've gone to like f6.3. Actually, I could get in quite a bit tighter on that. Could I? Actually, that looks quite nice. f6.3. I went completely off topic there at the end of this, but you know me, I'm a big believer in just shooting whatever grabs me, and that's what I've done. Pretty little village or pretty little town, Busot or Busot, and I hope you've enjoyed the trip out and the images that I managed to get. If you've enjoyed this video, likes, shares and comments are really appreciated. If you've enjoyed this and you want to see more of my stuff and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until the next video, bye.